So over the last 24 hours, most people, including many prominent conservatives, have agreed that Donald Trump Jr. clearly colluded with the Russians. And I know we're all walking around pretending that we all know what collusion is, but just so we're on the same page here, here is the definition. Collusion is secret agreement or cooperation, especially for an illegal or deceitful purpose. Holy that's what Donald Jr. did! Hey! Yeah, and the reason we know this is because the emails that he released were super clear. They were super clear. The Russians said, hey, we want to help your dad win the election. And he replied, I love it. And then they met in secret. We all know this. I mean, the email subject line gave it away. The entire thing. It wasn't even hidden. Like, even spam emails are more subtle in their approach. They don't say, fix your tiny penis. They say, do you want to pleasure your lady more? And then you say, I love it. But this is obvious. So most people agree that it's collusion, or at the very least that it's very shady. But most people don't work at Fox News, the billion-dollar fear and sexual harassment factory whose entire reason for being seems to be defending the Trump administration. You see, for them, Junior's Russia meeting presented the highest level challenge there is, to defend the undefendable. This is the moment that they've been training for. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Doncathlon. Welcome to the first of what I assume will be many Doncathlons. The first event tonight, the Hillary deflection, where participants do all they can to divert attention from Don Jr. back to last year's Democratic nominee. And nobody performed this feat of distraction better than the Five's Jesse Waters.
You know what else is a little more sketchy than I think than this?
Fine.
Hillary accepting and soliciting million-dollar checks from Saudi tycoons, and Bill Clinton being paid $500,000 by the Kremlin bank at the same time Hillary's State Department is allowing uranium deposits to be pushed over to the Russians. Or how about John Podesta? There's a lot of risky things. What about the DNC server?
You're right. Why are we worried about the President of the United States when we could be talking about an unemployed grandma of the forest? Yeah! So many questions. Yeah. And who was the lady she was meeting in that forest? Yeah. And who's that little man on her back? Yeah. Are those the Russian babies? Are they? Are they? I mean, Jesse Waters, he crushed that event, but many people preferred the next one, the giant leap. And the winner was someone who could come up with the most unlikely conspiracy theory. And so obviously the gold medal went to none other than Sean Hannity.
The meeting between Donald Trump Jr. and a Russian lawyer that's sending the media into a feeding frenzy yet again, could it have been set up by Democratic operatives? You won't catch this on the other news channels.
Yeah, you're right. You won't, because it's dumb as Really? The Democrats set up this meeting, tricked Don Jr. into colluding with the Russians, and then never used it? That was the plan? It worked! We got Don Jr. with the Russians. Should we leak it now? No. Hold. Hillary's lead is down to 2 points. Should we leak it now? Hold. We just lost the election. Hold. The time will come. Let's move on to the next event in the Doncathlon, semantic judo. Now, this is one of the newest disciplines, and you use the weight of the truth against itself. The champion here is Mr. Greg Jarrett.
Others have said, well, this is evidence of collusion. Point to me a statute that makes it a crime to collude with a foreign government in American political campaigns. It doesn't exist. You won't find it there. Now, maybe there should be a crime, and maybe Congress someday will pass a law and the president will sign it. But so far, it's not a crime.
Brilliant.